Hello and welcome to what will hopefully be the final episode of my Pokemon Gold HardType Ground Monotype Challenge. In the last episode we collected our final Kanto gym badges and we are ready to progress to the final stage and battle Red on the top of Mount Silver. Now, this episode is going to be a bit strange because it's going to be split into two parts. The first half is going to be me showing you stuff that actually I don't think I even showed you when I first played Pokemon Silver. Primarily with, as you can see, I've got 3 HM slaves here. We've got Hoot Hoot with Flash, Sandshrew with Cut, Seaking with Waterfall primarily. Need these guys here just because I want to show you some stuff. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go off screen. We're going to grind up the rest of my team, probably up to maybe 85. Got a few rare candies left over, I can use them as well, and then join us back when we're ready to take on Red on Mount Silver. So, first thing we need to do though is head south and actually trigger the whole Mount Silver scenario by talking to our good friend Professor Oak. So we'll zip down to here. So he tells us we've done an excellent. He says he's organised arrangements so that you can go to Mount Silver. They say it's dangerous. He says that we've got a long way to go, but that's because we haven't really been catching Pokemon in this Let's Play, of course. So now all we can do is we can zip back. Okay, so if we just keep moving, what do we have? So, first of all, we can cut through here and we can talk to this guy. He's going to give us a Dream Eater. Next of all, we can keep moving. And the one thing I also want to do is I also want to buy an awful lot of potions and rare candies and stuff like that. And in order to do that, I need to, the nice thing is that because Mount Silver is in Johto, I can fly there directly. From home, I think I can do that at least. But the other thing I will want to be doing is head up through there to get to the Indigo Plateau vending place there, and I can go up there and we can buy a lot of potions, full restores and stuff like that. So our first experience of the route just south of Mount Silver, and we get Wild Tangela to start off with at level 39. It's pretty impressive. So yeah, the more guys I level up, it'll be just great. So we'll keep moving, and obviously what I do need to do is I also still need to keep Quagsire in my team because we will need to surf bits and bobs. There's nothing over here if I remember correctly, not even an item. Complete waste of an area. Anyway, what we need, the lovely thing is there is a Pokemon Center here, which means we can fast travel here, which is brilliant. For Institute to combine simultaneous with their trusted Pokemon, they must feel they can go anywhere. Also gives us a nice sort of almost like a sort of a hub to work from. Anyway, we can cut through here. We can talk to this woman here. She gives us TM47, which I think is Steel Wing again. Yeah, Steel Wing again. So just another thing to sell on, which is always nice. Stuff to sell, give us more money. More money is always good. So, now the other thing I'm going to do is, unfortunately, if I remember correctly, there's a region just here. So when we go into Mount Silver here, I'm pretty sure this area, yeah, it's completely dark. And that's obviously going to be an issue because I really don't want to have to take Hoot Hoot and just to use Flash just for this section. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to actually have to try and memorize the path I need to take in order to get through this in the dark. Shouldn't be too much, but yeah, should be pretty frustrating. I'd love it. Too late to, just way too late on this playthrough, honestly. So, if we just continue. Okay, so, what we have. Yeah, Rush is a good kill as well, that's good. Could head south, but probably won't. There might just be some items down there, but we won't worry about them too much. By items, I mean hidden items. There might be hidden items down there, but yeah, again. Anyway, we can find a max elixir, so another good item to find. It's times like these where you do just think, why don't I use repels more? But anyway, we'll just zip up through here. We can go that way. So, and then what we need to do is head down. An ultra ball. Well, that's really useful. Not. Oh, we hit a dynamic punch. Did not expect to hit that. But anyway, okay, cool. So that is that. We end up here, and what we can do here is. So these are the areas that we never actually did at the end of the last. At the end of when I did Pokemon Silver, just straight, the normal Pokemon Silver. We could never did this because I didn't bother coming back here to do the waterfall sections, because again, waterfall is such an annoying TM to teach in many ways. So what we find is that there are some items up here that we've never seen before on this channel. One being there, that max revive, and let's be honest, why wouldn't you want to have a max revive? And that's really annoying. So I have literally nothing to hit that mischievous with. At least we can take it out in one hit before it starts going into really annoying. And then we've also got the Larvitar here as well. These are actually pretty good experience. I could probably grind in here actually. It's nice because they're obviously one-hit KOs, whereas often some of the other places where you grind are not. And it's obviously, grinding, you kind of want it to be just as fast as possible. Most of the time you don't really care about. You don't really care, you just want it to, you want to be zipping through the battles as fast as possible. So we can surf here and we can climb this waterfall as well, which we never did. We can enter here, grab this item. I'm pretty sure the items, because the items haven't changed, these would have been exactly the same as the items that we didn't get last time. And we get a full restore, which is lovely. Which I've never turned down a full restore. Get stuck by a Goldeen in the middle of a waterfall. If we can go away. Okay, I think that's everything actually that I wanted to do. Yeah, okay. So as you can see here, we are heading up towards red at the final split. So that is, and we can't reach that waterfall now. Okay, so that is the end of this little first section of this Let's Play. I say Let's Play of this episode. I'm now going to leave you guys, grind up, sell some stuff, sort everything out, and then I'm going to join you back, probably back here, just on the outside, just when we're about to face off against Red. And we'll do a quick team recall, and then we'll take on the toughest trainer in Kanto, and Johto, I guess, together, and we'll see if we've learnt enough, and see if our ground-type team, our pure ground-type team, can cope with the final challenge that this world has to offer us. So, I will see you in a sec. We are back and ready to face off against Red in the hardest challenge that this game should hopefully have to offer us. So, our Pokemon are, at the moment, we have Quagsire here. Great stats, I'm sure. Level 94, look at that. Super high attack and great defense. Special and attack and defense both 175, speed at 127. We all know that our team is entirely slow, so we don't really worry about speed too much. But Quagsire's leading off, mainly because if the water type comes in, we don't want to have to sacrifice a Pokemon just to take an attack, which is pretty much what would happen. And, there's always the chance that he can sweep, frankly, if we can get in enough. So, we have Quagsire here. We have Marowak at level 85. Really nice looking defense and special defense there. The attack is also pretty high as well, but he is largely one of our more defensive Pokemon. It's only one of the ones with the highest special defense. But anyway, we also have Gligar here with also really nice defense. I mean, that's the annoying thing. We all have nice defense, but it's the special that we really need to worry about. But the main thing about Gligar is that speed, 211, really going to help us out. Also, at level 85. We have Nidoking here, great speed at 206, just really solid stats all around, almost all at 200. Level 85, he's going to probably put in some decent work. We've got Rocky here. Look at that defense, 398. That's crazy defense. We're going to hope that he can take out whatever's thrown at him. He's also at level 85. And then we have Piloswine as well, with some really nice overall stats. Attack is high. Primarily, that's going to really hopefully work with any earthquakes that we need to let off. So, that is the team. Here we go, Piloswine, Rocky, Nidoking, Gligar, Marowak, Quagsire. And here we go. Into the final battle. Let me just check my options. I've got a battle scene is going to be on. So you. Okay. So here we go. Pokemon Trainer Evan wants to battle. And he starts off with, of course, a level 100 Ho-Oh. So, obviously, it'd be lovely to use Rollout here because it's quad weak to Rock, and Quagsire's nice high attack. But it's also a risk. I also think it's an unnecessary risk. What I really want to do here is maybe even let's set up an Amnesia or two. Yeah, look at that Earthquake. That Earthquake does nothing. I mean, it's not Stab, which is that Ho-Oh's main issue. We'll do a couple of Amnesias. As you can see, I have lots of Max Revive, lots of full restores. I'm hoping we won't need to use them all. We're going to heal up because of just to be safe. And we're going to Surf. Surf seems like the best option here. That should do a huge amount. Ah, good, okay. So it's just under half, which is a little disappointing. I'm going to assume he's not going to get a crit. That's good. There we go. Okay, so we're just going to Max Potion once more. Looks like that first one was a really high roll. Because that really did nearly did half. He's going to use a full restore as well, so it looks like we're going to get into an item battle here, which is going to be interesting. Let's go for not going to get the double, never going to get the double crit, which is good. Is he going to full restore again? Yeah, he is okay. So he thinks this Ho-Oh is pretty important to him. We're happy if he just keeps using up the items because Ho-Oh is certainly not one of the main issues here. If we get one crit, it's like here, first or second roll, uses Recover. Wow, he's got Recover Ho-Oh. It's not going to save him. I don't think. We should be able to have it. Ooh, he's recovering more than we're taking away, but this should do it. So there we go. The Ho-Oh is down level 100. Quagsire grows to 95. Sweet. So next up is the Mewtwo, and now I am so glad that we've got up those Amnesias, because it should really help us here against this Mewtwo. It's got Ice Beam. Ice Beam, as long as we don't get Freeze, we should be fine. Yeah, we eat that up! So, next, we're going to go for the Earthquake. Get an Earthquake off, which is awesome, and it does nearly half, which is also really good. So as long as we don't get the Freeze, recover again. So he's got lots of sort of attacks to try and stay in, or just sort of like methods to try and stay in. We're hoping for yeah, it's going to be a while. If we can get a crit, that would be beautiful. There we go. Get a crit, just as I'm talking about it. So we take out the Mewtwo. 2 down. Mew is next. I reckon we should stay in. Unless it's got a grass type move, we should be fine here. Goes for the submission. Wow. So that's going to hit it with some recoil. It doesn't do an awful lot of recoil damage, which is fine by me. I'm pretty comfortable staying in again. Yeah, it doesn't do much. Earthquake takes out the Mew. So, Ho-Oh, Mewtwo, Mew, all big time Pokemon. Next up is the Snorlax. Do I want to lose my setup, or do we just go for the double kicks? Or indeed the dynamic punch. Ooh. Okay. Go and risk it. Risk it. Okay. Let's get the dynamic. Oh, we missed the dynamic punch. That's really annoying. And he gets the paralysis on the body slam, but we get the dynamic punch off. It is super effective. That will give us, we'll give him the confusion, which he hasn't recovered from. We can full restore. And he's confused. He gets another body slam off. Gets leftovers recovery. Goes with another body slam. We miss another. It's okay. We missed another dynamic punch. That's the risk with dynamic punch, frankly. We'll go into Nidoking here. I reckon Nidoking, now that we've lost the Quagsire setup, we might as well just keep going with it. It gets hit with the confusion, which is great. Goes for the lovely kiss. Wow. Never known a Snorlax to use lovely kiss. It's got a Quake. That shouldn't be... It's not stab, which means we should be faster. This should be the end of the Snorlax. Yes! So after all that time the Snorlax, all that trouble Snorlax gave us in the previous, when we did Silver, we take out the gold hard-type Snorlax pretty easily. Oh god, not an Umbreon. Okay, do I have anything that can really work? Oh, I never used Toxic. That could have been an idea to do. Because he's just so bulky. Is Dark super effective against Steel in this gen? I'm going to Rocky. And we will full restore Nidoking. Goes to the Confuser, that's fine. I reckon it's just going to try and stall us out. Good Max Revive Marowak. Mean luck. Frick. That's really annoying. Okay, what do we do here? Okay, let's try to Toxic us. Obviously Toxic doesn't affect us, which is great. So Iron Tail does a decent amount. He's got Rest, as we sort of expect, a Rest Umbreon. He's got a Mint Berry. We get confused again, and we're going to hurt ourselves again. This is going to get frustrating. If we can start cutting through confusion, that would be lovely. Okay, wow. Iron Tail can do over half. So if we get another high roll... Come on, give us a high roll, high roll, high roll. Yes! Okay, sorry. That. Here we go. Come on, take him out, take him out, take him out, take out, take him out, take him out, take him out. Yes! Oh, crit hit Iron Tail. Nails the Umbreon. Well done, Rocky. Okay, next up is Pikachu! A very excited sounding Pikachu. Okay, so we got an interesting little sort of what do you call it? Sprite there. Knows Fire Blast. He's got a Pikachu that knows Fire Blast. What sort of logic is that? Okay. Well, we'll go into Marowak and we will Boomerang. It's got Blizzard as well. Okay, he's got a Pikachu that knows... Shoot, Blizzard is a real issue for us. Piloswine can survive with Blizzard. As can Quagsire. Quagsire going to be our win condition? Again, if Fire Blast is going to take us out, that's fine. Okay, yeah, Quagsire might well be our win condition again here. We probably should Amnesia just in case. Don't freeze, don't freeze, don't freeze. Yes, okay, there we go. So what we need to hope for now is he doesn't get a crit. Got Tri-Attack. Okay, if he's Tri-Attacking, that's fine. We can Earthquake. Earthquake should give us... Oh, it's a crit, but we survived with 22. Is this going to do it? Or is this like some crazy bulky Pikachu with like, 500 defense? Okay, we do over half, that's the important thing. Okay, certainly a stronger Pikachu than normal. I like it. I like the idea. Again goes for Tri-Attack. Yeah. Okay, here we go. We've got one more Earthquake. This should do it. I like it. Super Pikachu! Pikachu! Okay, watch this. Here we go. Okay, there we go. All the way down. We defeat the enemy Super Pikachu. We defeat Pokemon Trainer Evan. There we go. Doesn't say much, but that's fine. So, there we go! A Monotype completed, and good lord. Well, obviously this was pretty much the toughest one I've ever done. You know, certainly I think the difficulty increase is always nice, but I think it could have been implemented slightly better, though there are a few little nitpicks I have. Obviously, the thing is that because I've done a ground monotype of this, it's very I've played this in a very different way to how most other people will play this game. And so I can't really give an accurate depiction of how difficult the difficulty curve is and stuff like that. You know, I'm sure if I had, you know, a more balanced team, then, you know, I wouldn't have had so much trouble when there's a game, when, you know, there's a Suicune or any bulky water type, as pretty much was my main issue throughout the entirety of the game. Interesting that Red didn't have any water types at all. He had two Psychics, in Mew and Mewtwo, although I guess Mew could be anything. Obviously the electric Pikachu, Snorlax, and Ho-Oh. And did he have anything else? I should remember. Umbreon, there we go, so a dark type as well. So yeah, so no water types, we were probably pretty lucky with that. But yeah, so yeah, I've obviously played this very differently to what other people would say. I would say that obviously because the level cap is at 100, largely, unless you want to go above that. I think there are games where you do get over 100, over level 100 Pokemon. But because the level curve is over 100, it sort of makes the game easier as it goes on, you know, like, certainly once we started being able to defeat level 100 Pokemon, like, the rest of Kanto wasn't particularly difficult once we had plans and set and all that, you know. I mean, I played Brock when I did that gym battle. I did that really badly, frankly. I didn't do that gym battle particularly well at all, and yet, really, we still won because Quagsire could easily probably just swept the team, frankly. So, you know, maybe a little fine-tuning of the level, I don't know, it's obviously a difficult thing and I'm not one to sort of criticise. I have no idea what it's like. But the only other thing I would say is the levels of wild Pokemon, just because, like, there are some certain areas to grind, like the level 87 Steelix and all that stuff outside Victory Road and all that stuff, but there wasn't generally enough, and I certainly found, you know, I think I needed to do maybe 2 hours of grinding outside Blackthorn City to get my Pokemon up to a sufficient level that they could deal with the rockets inside in Goldenrod. And that's never, you know, that's not exactly a fun thing to be doing, to be grinding over and over again on Pokemon that only give you a smidgen of the experience that you really want. But again, that also comes down to, you know, the whole point about me playing this a completely different way to where everyone else is going to play this. And the fact is, you know, I needed to breed Pokemon, I needed to level Pokemon, you know, I needed to level a Swinub and a Gligar up from level 5, from when they hatch from an egg, which is, you know, in itself going to take a huge amount more experience than I would have had just done it straight from the wild. Being as such, obviously, the breeding really has worked here, because, you know, if I didn't have Wing Attack, then I wouldn't have got through Erica's gym. If I didn't have, you know, Ancient Power has been a nice move to have on Piloswine a lot of the time, stuff like this. But yeah, no, I think what I'm trying to say is, I guess it's all subjective and it's all very different. Because I'm playing this in a very unique way in a monotype scenario, means I can't give a proper illustration of how difficult the game is, in a sense of, if I had a much more varied team, it probably would be easier, which means I probably wouldn't have had to grind more, which would have meant the whole game would be easier. But as a whole of my challenge itself, I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed using these Pokemon, Pokemon that I'd probably never really considered using, like Gligar and Swinub. It certainly made me have to think a lot, and also made me, you know, require a lot more, you know, I've gained new appreciation of moves, especially like Amnesia. Good lord, that's been an awesome move to have on this. Amnesia and Rollout, you know, just using it and trying, and obviously it's a bit RNG and stuff, but if it nails it, it becomes such a good move, and you get that in a lot of the other. So you know, I've gained a new appreciation of certain Pokemon and certain movesets. But in general, it's just been fun, and I've really enjoyed it, and I hope you guys have enjoyed watching it too. So I guess that's that. In the next, and we look forward to the next Let's Play on this channel, which will hopefully be a Gen 2 hack, another Gen 2 hack, but maybe one that is more than just like a difficulty-based thing and actually changes up things quite more dramatically. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this Let's Play, and I hope you will see me on the next.